Evening people, how are we all doing tonight? So tonight, round 3 of P1RC Stuey Beetle League. We are the Gr3 class tonight, live from BB Raceway 2, so the reverse circuit. If you look on screen, there's not a lot to it. Baggy evening. Yeah, not a lot to this circuit. It's quite wide though, so we might see some 3, maybe 4 wide moments down here. See how they get on. So a quick flick over, see who's in the room. Got Valium, GTR Evo, me, Raoul, CJW is in the house, Convicts is in the house, Manny, Afik, Reg GT, Genta Fez, Dory, DJ D, P1 Apache, P1 Don, and Ghost Realm Gaming. Are we waiting on a couple of people? No Daddy B this week, unfortunately. Right. So, gonna have a short little qualifying, and then we jump into a 40-minute race for you lot. Let me just pull the points up. Okay. So, Raoul currently leading. Let's get ourselves on track. There he is, the man himself. Let me know everything's coming through loud and clear. Have a turn mic even on. Yes, I have. Good. So Raoul currently leading then. He is on 42 points. And let me turn the usual nonsense on first, and then I can see what's going on as well. Second place. Where is he? Is he not in the room? No, he's not. No P1 Dylan. Where's P1 Dylan tonight? But he is sitting in second. He's on 38 points. Reg GT sitting in third place in the championship on 30 points. P1 Don, he's on 26 points, sitting in fourth. CJW in fifth. There he is, the man himself. He is on 21 points. JPH joined the room. All right. So another driver. That's good. In sixth place we've got P1 Apache. He is on 15 points. And then on 13 points is GT Deli B, but again, I've not seen GT Deli in the room, so I don't know. I don't think he's in. But he's sitting on 13 points in 7th. We've got JPH in 8th on 12 points. Ghost Realm also on 12 points in 9th, so joint 8th. Manny in 10th on 11 points. GTR Evo on 10 points in 11th. Dory in 12th with 9 points. Convicts in 13th with 8 points. DJ D also on 8 points, so joint 13th. Fizzruckers are also on 8 points, okay. Joint 13th, also 3 of them. And then we jump to 16th, Magenta Fez on 5 points, and P1 Pilgrim at 17th with 3 points. That's current standings after round 2. Let's go and see what's going on with these lap times. Flipping out, they are quick laps, 26 seconds around here. They're not messing about. Like I say, not a lot to this circuit, to be perfectly honest with you. Just see how wide it is. But Don currently leading with that 26.017, so he's gone quicker again. Putting in purple sectors. JPH evening, Chris evening. I want to see some gainage. GTR Evo got himself up into second. He's on order 26.037. Raoul 26.072. He's also going quicker. Let's go on board for a lap with Raoul. So across the start-finish line there. He does go quicker, puts himself back into pole position. Round the first turn, long sweeping right. What's he doing footwise? Fifth gear, full pelt round there. Little lift, I think. Drops into fourth, lets it roll through there. Oh, he's not doing a fast lap now. He might do this one. And that's it, that's a lap. I'll just stick one more in because it goes within a blink of an eye. Running right out of that wall on the outside, keeping that power on then. Keeps it in fifth through there as well. Still holds it around fifth, just lets it off the throttle, back on again, rolling it out to the outside wall. Again, just letting it roll through there in fourth, back on the power then. Absolutely no fuel on board for Raoul. Slower that lap though, he's gone for another one. So he's put himself back on pole, once 25.785 for Raoul. Rich GT's also broken under the 26s, he's on a 25.998. P1 Don harassing JPH in this qualifying session, still on that 26.017. GTR Evo 26.037. Dylan's working fair. Manny in fifth then, 26.103. Dory sixth, 26.201. Ghost Realm seventh, 26.253. CJ in 8th, he's on a 26.261. Patchy in 9th, there's a hot lap not on the board. What is he? Just a little bit quicker than McCombie, a little bit slower than CJ, so he's on a 26.340 something. Convicts again. 26.350 something. No hot lap on the board for DJD. Not very tight, less than a second between first and 12th, but it is a very short track as you've seen. DJD into 12th, then Valium 13th, he's on a 27.112. Magenta first 14th, no hot lap on the board for Magenta either. 28 I can see on there, 28.182. I've just gone quicker again, he has got a 25.691. He's finding time somewhere at this short circuit. Just a quick reminder, tomorrow night we've got the Stuey Mac Tribute Special. It's going to be 4 races of, well, mayhem and chaos, I can pretty much imagine. After the last session we had in the same sort of setup, it was, yeah, chaos. It was fun, don't get me wrong, but it was chaos. So I think it's Beetles, Minis, Samba bus, as in the old Volkswagen bus, and the Fiat 500s. Doing a bit of racing in that. So that's tomorrow night. Does that start at 8 or 9, Bags? I think that starts at 8 tomorrow night. It's the Stuey Mac Tribute Special. Mayhem, Chaos, Hoonin. So GTR Evo just going quicker, 25.800. Sticks himself into second on the grid. P1 Don holds that third now, then just being pushed down a spot by GTR Evo. P1 Reg GT moving down a spot as well. Still on that 25.998. Dory's come out of nowhere, 26.032. Popped himself into fifth on the grid. Manny's 6th, 28.1. Convict's actually going quicker, 26.173. So sticks himself into 7th, pushes CJ down a spot, 26.2 for CJ. Oh, someone into the wall in the background. Maybe P1 Don. Oh no, there's somebody driving slowly in the background. Might have been Convicts. So Ghost Realm in 10th, 26.2. DJD going quicker, 26.334 for him. P1 Apache pushed all the way down to 12th now. Are all the boys rocking the Max 64 tag on the side? Not all of them, I don't think. Right, where were we? P1 Apache, I think. Blah. Yeah, because he had the Max 64. Okay, so P1 Valium, he's left the lobby and come back. Sitting in 13th. Just under 26.6 there. And Magenta Fez 14th. Still not managing to beat that 28.1 by the looks of it. Raul back in the pits now. So 4 minutes left of qualifying. Get plenty of time to put these laps in. Raul back out of the pits now then, still holding on to that pole. Eight it is. So just staying out of the way while some of the drivers come through on hot laps is Raul. I doubt this will be his attempt. Possibly the lap after. He wasn't coming around that final turn as quick as I'd have thought. JPH actually getting himself into third. What's he put in? A 25.935. Be happy with that. Raul then 26.3. Let's go either one. Let's see what he's got. So he's up there. 0.1 of a second. 0.1 of a second, sorry. He's got a little bit of a toe off CJ. That might benefit him. CJ chucks himself out of the way. Raul not quicker than 25.964 for Raul. Still 2.5 minutes. GTR Evo holding on to that second. JPH just getting himself into third. Don fourth, just going quicker. 25.9, still fourth though, on 2 thousandths behind JPH. He'll know he's got that somewhere. Needs to chuck a potato out the window, lighten his car a little bit. That's what Don needs to do. Hitch a bag of those McCains. So that's his fastest sector time. What's he got? Oh, he's in the pits. That's a shame. Dory then fifth, 25.977. SGT 6, can't see his hot lap. Manny going quicker, 26.049. 7th, Ghost Realm 8th, 26.119. Convicts in the pits, 26.173 for him. 9th, CJ just pulling over, ready for the end of quali. DJD 26.334 for him, sitting in 11th. P1 Apache still down in 12th. Ghosting out, so that's not going to be a hot lap. Valium also ghosting out, that's not going to be a hot lap. Magenta Fez still 28.455. Our fastest sector, let's see what she's got in sector 2. Probably got enough time for another lap as well after this one. Through the final turn, is it quicker? 27 it is, 27.977. Right at the end of qualifying there then for Magenta Fez. Unfortunately, keeps her down in 14th place. Unless she can go quicker this lap. Oh no, she's pulling over out of the way. So it looks like Raul's gone into ghost mode, ready to start this one. Positions. GTR Evo putting in purple sectors. He needs to think about getting across the line sharpish. He might take pole. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, he's not going to do it. Oh, GTR Evo, you could have had pole position right at the end there. You could have. We will never know. Yeah, good time from Jordan. He just got pipped there at the end. Look, Red GT, I didn't see that. Sneaky boy. He took third, pushed JPH down a spot. Right, let's see how they get on then. 40 minutes, round out BB Raceway. We are reverse. You've seen the circuit, not a lot to it. Lights are on, the revs are up. And they're away. Great big looseness. Oh, Manny Affix piled into the wall as well. What happened to Raoul? He got a big handful of wheel spin. His car went sideways. He lost all sorts of time. So let's get back up front. You can see these Beetles running really damn quick round here. Evo leading the way then after that poor start from Raoul. Red GT just slotting himself up into second past JPH. No FJPH to go, scratching the wall through there, taking a bit of paint off. So he sits himself in third. Dory into fourth. He's rocking the Stuey Mac Shield as well, the Mac 64 on the side. P1 Apache, great start up into fifth. So he needs to think about breaking away from that fight behind and head down for those 4 drivers in front of him. He has got a CJW, P1 Don and a Raoul pretty close. They can have a bit of a battle. That might just give him a bit of time to break away. Don in 6th then. Raoul chucking himself down the inside of CJ, looking for that 7th. CJ comes back though, keeps hold of that 7th position. Raoul 8th then. What's going on here? Why is Don running slowly? Looks like he's been into the wall. Down in 6th, Raoul 7th, CJ 8th now. Valiant putting pressure on CJ for that position. Out of it at the minute. Trying to run high though through there. So it is much like NASCAR. This one running out to the wide, bank corners. Don't worry, there won't be an American accent from any part of me. Manny into 10th then. A little bit of breathing room at the minute from 11th place DJ D. He's actually under a bit of pressure from the American convicts. I'm sure he'll want some NASCAR liveries. Trying to run down. Oh, I nearly went American, look, straight away. Oh my god. So the American in 12th. Ghost Rail in 13th. So I'm not sure what happened to Ghost Rail off that start as well, but he's all the way down the back. Magenta Fez in 14th. She's got the leaders fast approaching now as well. GTR Evo pulled 1.6 seconds from 2nd place Reg GT. Another 1.8 between himself and JPH. Big gap starting to stretch out. Top few drivers. There's a punch up going on back here. Valiant gets himself through into 7th, CJ 8th. And in 9th, what's happened to... Oh, Raoul's in 6th, okay. Don's 5th. Alright, so they have closed that gap back up on P1 Apache in 4th. Even after Don's little indiscretion into the wall. Still position swapping. P1 Don gets himself past P1 Apache. Has got a close approach in Raoul. Where is he? He's already in front. There he is. So he gets himself through on the final turn as Raoul. Takes 4th. Pushes P1 Apache down another position. Got another fight kicking off behind. Where's he gone? Missed that one as well. Valiant getting himself through. CJ coming straight back at him though. Tries to run from the outside, cuts back down the inside. Again goes for the move down the inside into the final turn, doesn't quite make it, has to slide himself back in behind Valium. So 6th and 7th still. He will get a bit of a toe down here. Runs high down the first turn. Valiant then keeps it low. Can CJ carry the speed through turn 2? Tries to chuck it back down the inside. Almost takes the rear end of Valiant's car out. Loses a bit of time now. Reg GT comes into the pits already. What's happened to Reg GT? Oh, they've taken their fuel out already. Okay. So JPH now up front. He's gone for an extra lap. So Don. Again, he's stopped out on his fuel. Raul as well, done a really good job on his fuel. Raul usually does. P1 Apache then, he's also coming in now. Front runner's doing so, except Raul, he's stopped out. And Dory's done a good job on fuel as well. He got plenty on board. GTR Evo back out then in 3rd. This is going to confuse me when they're all coming out of the pits so quickly, and the laps are only 25 seconds. I bet they spend more time than that in the pits. So Raul comes in now. Absolutely out of fuel for Raul. Taking on board that fuel. Dory currently takes race lead. GTR Evo comes through. P1 Ridge GT comes through, while Raul can do nothing but sit in the pits taking on board that fuel. Pushed a fair way down the order. Right, see where he comes out. I think about 7th. I could be wrong. Race leader Dory in the pits now. A little bit confusing there. GTR Evo should come back through to retake race lead. He does. GT back into 2nd. P1 Apache in 3rd. So not taking on a full tank P1 Apache. JPH in 4th, P1 Don in 5th. Raul after his late stop in 6th. 1 back from 5th place Don. 8 seconds back from race leader. Valium and CJ still battling it out for tiny bit of contact. Who was that? That was Dory getting it all wrong on an outlap. She's got caught up with Valium. Unfortunately now that's dropped Valium out of the fight with CJ, so releases CJ into 7th place. He's got 4 seconds in front to P1 Raul. He's got a now determined Dory looking to fight his way back through this pack. So Valium 9th, then Manny 10th. He's got Convict Popeyes and company in 11th. Through that final turn, can Convicts get a good exit? Close enough to benefit from the tow into the first turn. Beetles are quite nice cars to drive, to be perfectly honest. So DJD 12th. He's trying to hunt down Convict. Convict's just got it wrong somewhere. He's dropped off the back of Manny. So lost a bit of time. Under threat now from DJD for that 11th place. To hold the speed through turn 1. DJ not quite as committed. Caught blimey, Ghost Realm Gaming come flying through turn 2 and 3. So up into 12th for Ghost Realm. Oh, DJD just almost outbraking himself, taking out Ghost Realm in the process. That's lost him a lot of time to that fight in front, so no position changes going off there now. Magenta Fez still 14th. Time's getting better, 27.793 on the board there. But now in the thick of it, the faster drivers coming through. Don't worry about staying out of the way, Magenta, you're ghosting. You guys can just drive straight through you. I know it might weird you out a little bit. So GTR Evo back in the pits then, on board for more fuel. Reg GT stops out. Still got 1/4 of a tank on board for Reg. Quite a bit of tyre wear on his car compared to GTR Evo's when he came in. But he's now got 6 seconds breathing room between himself and the next man, P1 Don. Don's got little bit more fuel on board. Putting a bit of time back on Reg GT as well, gap down to 5.9, just stretch back over 6 seconds again there. Yeah, he does pull a couple of tenths through turn 1. Yo-yoing between 5.8 and 6. So JPH getting himself back through into third. He's under pressure from Raul though. Taking a little bit of a wrong line through there, allowed to Raul just to come through. Okay, a GT in the pits now. Raul comes through to take second. What have we got the fuel set up? JPH on the hunt for Raul as well. After allowing him to come through, he's back on that. He wants that second position back. Can he carry the speed around the final turn? He does. Gets himself back up into second. Goes from Gaming in 13th, actually running faster than JPH and Raul there. You've got no fuel on board or something, Ghost Realm? No, you've got a full tank. So Dom now leads. The other drivers coming in. Don actually holding a little bit more fuel than those guys. Not sure whether he took too much on. Alex Diz, Jenna 90, goes CJ. He's getting some shouts. He's 7th in the pits at the minute. 8th in the pits now. 9th. So here he is, just being released. A long way around this pit exit. Not carrying as much speed as Apache. Where does he come out? Okay, back into 8th. He's got a bit of breathing room behind him. 3.3 seconds to 9th place Ghost Realm. He may gain a position here as he comes around this final turn. 1 or 2 drivers have come in the pits. Don being one of those. So Raul retakes race lead. Why did he pick such a short course? 15 pit stops in 15 minutes. Still not able to get past Ghost Realm. Who's that? Dory's left the room. What has happened there, Dory? Do you think you're having a bad race? Maybe an internet lag out. So Raul just getting himself past a ghosting out Ghost Realm. Not anymore. Can be slightly off-putting with the ghosting car in front of you. He's not far off a pit stop though, is Raul. Very little fuel on board, GTR Evo. He's got just under half a tank. 9 seconds back from Raul. Should be able to get him in the pits. Difficult one to call this. We've still got 27 minutes left. There's so many pit stops and things that could and can go wrong. It's difficult to tell what's going to happen at the end of this race. Difficult to keep up with who's putting what fuel in, how many pit stops people have had. It's chaos bags. Darksmoka and P1s. So yes, Evo is back into race lead. P1 Reg GT's right on his tail now though. They've got very similar fuel. Reg GT actually holding a little bit more, might be able to run slightly longer. We'll see who does better on tyre wear. They're both very similar at the minute, almost identical in fact. Different lines from turn 1 though. Don up into third, 3/4 of a tank. He's 8 seconds back from the 2 drivers in front, but he has got nearly 2.5 seconds behind to JPH. He's got himself out in front of a fighting Raul. He's just come out of the pits as well. So P1 Apache. Been in a few laps ago, just under half a tank, and little bit of a worn set of racing softs. CJ, we've just watched him be released from the pits, again just under half a tank. A little bit less wear on his tyres than Apache's in front. We'll see whether that helps him out or not. Race leader now in the pits, P1 Valium, sitting in 8th position now, 3 seconds back from CJ. So Manny, you're not going to get out in front of GTR Evo, that's for certain. So Manny's 9th then. All on his own at the minute. He's got 5 seconds in front to Valium and 5 seconds behind to Convicts. He's got a bit of breathing room as well. There's 1.7 seconds back to 11th place DJD for Convicts. So just concentrate on trying to chase down the driver in front. A free, clean track in front of him, apart from a brick wall there. So he gets himself up into 10th during the pits, does he? Yes, he does. Driver in the pits. It won't be long before he's in himself. Yeah, he might have glitched. He might have glitched. I know his internet's not the best. Does he have a yak tied to a turntable or something? He has to keep going out there and give him some lashes to keep going. Wind his electric up. Like our man Don, who's actually sitting in pole position, top spot at the minute, not pole position. Who, you know, you can make batteries out of potatoes and lemons. Yep, Don's got an internet router, or used to have an internet router that he's lent to CJ, made of potatoes and lemons. Dory, what happened? What happened, Dory? Here he is, the man himself, just talking about him. His exploding internet, exploding router. So Don's sitting reasonably comfortably at the minute. Oh, who's that getting it all wrong? Was that Convicts? Possibly. Getting it all wrong. Back to that though. So yeah, P1 Don, he's got about a 5-second lead over Raoul. Raoul has been in the pits though. He's holding a big chunk of fuel compared to P1 Don. He's got the 4.7 seconds back to GTR Evo in 3rd. Was leading the race, GTR Evo, with different strategies starting to play out now. Hunting him down though, sitting in 4th, Don in the pits. So that will release Raoul into top spot as he just comes through those ghosting out back markers. So back up into top spot for Raoul. Yeah, like I say, it can be a little bit chaotic to keep up with. Pit stops. Quick laps, not knowing where people are on track really. So GTR Evo 2nd then, 4.6 seconds back from Raoul, another 3/4 of a second back to Reg GT. Let's just keep an eye on that gap. Again, different lines through turn 1. GTR Evo taking it nice and tight around the bottom. GT running nice and high, but it does look like it loses him a 10th or 2. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's like the old TVs. To jiggle your aerials or something. So Don now 4th. Been in the pits, back out. Almost a full tank. Fresh set of boots to push with as well. He is 16, nearly 17 seconds back off race lead. But big chunk of fuel on board for P1 Don now. JPH 5th, again, fresh set of tyres, big chunk of fuel on board for him. P1 Apache coming back through, so he's still got half a tank and some worn softs. run those tyres long if he's brave enough on that fuel. Ghost Realm, pit stop for him soon in 7th. He's got Valium not far behind him as well. Valium's already fueled up, as has CJ behind, so Ghost Realm might lose a position or two here. Manny also fueled up. Again, position swapping all over the place with the pit stops. Convict's in 11th. Again, a little bit of I'd say a lonely one. He is carving his way through back markers, but he's got 9.5 seconds in front to Manny and 12 seconds behind to DJD. Here he is. Yeah, so we've lost Dory. That does promote Magenta Fez up into 13th. Pits for tyres and fuel now then, Magenta. So extra points on the board. Reasonably consistent times, getting better. Maybe this is the track to learn on, Magenta. Raoul also in the pits now then. Don comes through to take race lead. JPH, does he? No, he doesn't. I wondered if he'd come through to take second, but he's not that far down the start-finish straight. Raoul should come through and take that second position back. There it is. Just comes out of the pits in front of JPH. Full tank of fuel, fresh set of boots. JPH is not far off a stop then with quarter of a tank. GTR Evo's not long been in either, so only 9 seconds between himself and race lead. You can see second and third just disappearing around turn 1. Just see some of these drivers carrying so much speed around this circuit compared to others. GT 5th then, 3/4 of a tank fresh tyres. Apache, he'll be in any second. Here he comes. So, why did it make me miss CJ? CJ 6th. Again, won't be long before he's in, and dragging his car down the wall like that won't help. Put him under increased pressure from Valium. Valium's got to deal with a ghosting out DJD. Like I say, it's never the best to have a ghosting out car in front of you. Drivers just being released from the pits. Manny in 8th then, 4.3 back from Valium. Convict's 9th, yeah, big gaps. He has got Ghost Realm. Got long out of the pits, actually. Nice P1 Apache ghosting and Ghost. Oh, back markers. But no, Ghost Realm was P1 Apache was running a bit slow down there by the look of it. Not quite sure what was happening there. I think these two are just ghosting out due to being back markers. But it did look like P1 Apache was running a bit slow. He's sitting in 6th at the minute. 7th, sorry. No, 6th. Ghost Realm battling that one out. We've got Convicts coming into this fight as well for that 8th position. GTR Evo gets himself through there, past the 2 ghosted drivers. Convicts has closed that gap right up on 6th and 7th. Oh, but he's run himself out of fuel. Almost perfect for Convicts, almost perfect. Just run out of that final turn. Stuey McMatter's livery on the front of his car. So down in 12th, Magenta Fez 13th, coming through. So she won't retake that 12th because she's too far back, unfortunately. So Raoul back up front. Sorry if you're not keeping up with the people, because I'm not keeping up with it. Really, it's difficult to tell who's going to take this one. So GTR Evo back up into 2nd. Again, he's going to have to take a stop soon though. Raoul's not long been in, still got half a tank on board, so that's going to increase the gap between those two. Red GT only 2.9 seconds back. Again, he's got to take another stop yet. He'll have to take a couple of stops. Don fourth, but just been in. Full tank and fresh tyres for Don, so he could benefit from this. GTR Evo back in the pits now. JPH in fifth. So 5 seconds back from Don, but he's got a fair chunk of fuel on board. Ghost Realm sixth now. So I think Convicts has been in the pits then. Oh yeah, he ran out of fuel on that final turn, didn't he? So Ghost Realm fifth. Apache in sixth. He's got half a tank, a reasonable set of tyres on board. CJ just been in, come out. I think he took on 3/4 of a tank by the look of it. Reasonably good set of tyres on that Beetle as well. Valium 4 seconds back. Just over half a tank for Valium. So he might be able to put a move on CJ later on in this race. Manny in 10th, he has got Convicts Popeye. Oh, no, he's not. I thought that was Convicts Popeye, it's not. Who's that behind him? That's DJ D in 12th. So Manny in 10th, he's got 16 seconds back to his nearest rival, Convicts. And yeah, DJ D's another 10 seconds back from that, so yeah, a lap back. Magenta Fez still popping in the 28s. Get more confident, keep it in fourth through there. Let it roll through there in fourth. Probably not listening. So there's the... Someone's got it right. Who's got that wrong? Someone's got that wrong. There it is. JPH. What has happened to JPH? He's got it all wrong on the final turn. Now just trying to get that Beetle put back in a straight line. I think he's spun himself out again. He's tried to run along on those tyres, I think. He's just lost the tail and maybe tried to correct it coming down that start-finish straight for a few sort of fishtails, and then just maybe it span out all the way. He was a fair way down before it actually sort of backwards on the track. But he's not coming again, so he's going to run long on those. We'll see how JPH gets on. So we're going to see Raoul in at the end of this lap. Does that benefit P1 Don? He has got just under half a tank, fresh set of tyres on. 17 seconds back though. So Raoul does come in now. Here's Don, he's got pretty much a whole lap to go. It is only a 25-second lap, 26-second lap. So he's around the final turn. Raoul not released yet. When he does get released, he does start pretty much near the end of the pits. Don might get this. GTR Evo might come through and take that position as well. He has. No, he's not. Someone else leading the pits. Raoul actually gets back out into second now, 5 seconds back from Don. JPH decided to ditch those worn out tyres then. He comes into the pits. So Don in front, now got 1/4 of a tank. He'll have to stop in a few laps. That's going to allow Raoul back through. GTR Evo, he's got just over 1/4 of a tank. Again, he's going to have to stop. So it's starting to look a lot better for Raoul. He's going to be on a very similar strategy to Don and Evo as well. Slightly more fuel on board for him though. And he's got himself into 5th, but he'll be in the pits at the end of this lap. So in he comes now then, so he's going to lose a few positions. Ghostrel in 6th, fighting out with 4th place Reg GT. So obviously a lap down, that's why he's ghosted. Still giving Reg GT for a run for his money. You can see there, that's the different lines that Reg GT takes the outer line. It benefited him there, but it didn't benefit him against the fight against GTR Evo earlier. So race leader Don comes in the pits. Raul comes through now then to retake that race lead. Reg GT is coming through as well. He's going to take 2nd. Again, it's only going to be a lap or two's time before he's back in the pits. GTR Evo has followed suit and come in the pits due to lack of fuel and smashed in tyres. So how far back is Don? 12.7 seconds back from race lead, but again another full tank. That's a set of racing softs for Don. So GT is going to be in end of this lap, I would expect. It's going to leave a nice gap between Raul and Don. It's half a lap between them. 12 seconds it will be. Just across the line. Yeah, 15 seconds. Drivers spread out on the track then, nobody putting any pressure on anyone at the minute. Real battles going on. So many drivers are a lap up or a lap down. There's Ghostrel, he's usually causing some trouble somewhere. Where is he? 8th. Yeah, again, out on his own at the minute. JPH 9th behind, just being closed up by, looked like Reg GT. Sorry, it was P1 Don. JPH 9th. He's not had the best of races. Qualified in 4th. He put a good 3rd position that time in, but got that sneakily taken off him by Reg GT right at the end of quali. Now currently sitting in 9th position in this race. 8 minutes left. See if he can climb up the order. He's only 1.5 seconds back from 8th position Ghostrel. Not slow either, JPH. Manny in 10th then. Again being hounded by these front runners. GTR Evo in 4th coming through. So Manny's another 3.3 seconds back from JPH. He's got plenty of breathing room back to DJD. That's got 18 seconds back to DJD. Convict's Popeye another 5 seconds back from him. 5.5. Fez still plodding in. 29s, 28s. 40 minutes round one circuit. Might just be getting to a little bit, looking at those lap times, just creeping up slightly. More 29s than there is 28s. Coffee down, people. So still holding that 15-second lead for Raul. Quarter of a tank on board for him versus P1 Don's half a tank. It's going to be an interesting last section to this race. Don and Raul might end up side by side at some point in the near future. Just over 6 minutes remaining then. Reg GT's got himself up into 3rd, but his tyres are looking pretty beaten up. Just over quarter of a tank on board. GTR Evo, fresh-ish set of racing softs, and quarter of a tank. He will have to stick more fuel in. Drags himself through the final turn there. Apache again, he'll be in now. There's a couple of positions to CJ. He's gone for another lap on board with that fuel. So we'll see where that brings him out. Valium. Again, he'll have to stick another quick pit stop in. The fuel tank just flashing over to the red there. Tyres not looking too bad. Manny in 7th. 5 minutes, yeah, he still might have to stick a bit of fuel in before the end of this one. Ghostrealm in 8th, 7 seconds back from Manny, but plenty of fuel, plenty of tyres. Probably going to see Ghostrealm run to the end. JPH 9th, again running to the end on fuel and tyres, I would expect. Convicts 11th. Maybe enough fuel, maybe. He's been pretty close on most of his stints. DJD in 12th, he's got plenty to finish the race. Magenta Fez probably going to have to stick a little stop in as well. Rowell in the pits. So that does it release Don? Or does Rowell manage to get back out? No, he's just been released now. But Don is going to have to come in next lap. 6.4 seconds, 6.8 seconds between P1 Don. He's in the pits now. Is he just going to take on board a blip of fuel and not? No, he's taking on tyres as well. So Rowell just coming past the start-finish line. Don not been released yet. 4 minutes remaining. So he's released now, but he's going to be a fair chunk back from Rowell. Both of these drivers are going to run to the end, so it's looking pretty good for Rowell at the minute. GTR Evo has got himself up into 2nd. Oh, apologies. Don's just come out of the pits. So he does take 2nd, but yeah, 11.6 back from Rowell. It's a tall order with 3.5 minutes remaining. Not a lot of time to be gained on this circuit, as you've seen. GTR Evo in 3rd, but he is under all sorts of pressure for that position from P1 Reg GT. So through the little kink then, around that long sweeping right, tucks himself down the inside, does Reg GT. Oh, tries to sling himself down the inside at the final turn, not quite enough room. So gives it another go then. 3 minutes left on this clock. A tiny bit of glitching. Yeah, looked like it from Reg GT. Carrying some speed through that final turn though. Is he just biding his time? He knows where he can gain on him. He gains on him through here. Doesn't chuck himself down the inside this time either. Both drivers just clipping the wall, but better drive out for Reg GT. Again, he goes high versus GTR Evo goes low. Oh, into the wall though for Reg GT. Again, I think that's just a little bit of glitching. Because he's keeping the pace with GTR Evo. Again, closes up through this final straight into this last turn. Again, nowhere for him to go, so still on then. 2 minutes remaining. High versus low again. We'll come out of this in a second. We'll watch this this final lap here. It's not the final lap, but between these two. Closing in through that long right-hander. Again, nowhere for him to go. Right. Race leader Rowell still holding 11.1 seconds over 2nd place. Only a minute and a half left of this race. GTR Evo 3rd, still under pressure from Reg GT though. Just a bit of time. Valium in 5th. He's got to hope and pray he gets to the end of this race on that fuel. CJW is hounding him in 6th. And he's got all the fuel in the world to press that Beetle to the end. JPH 9th, P1 Apache in 8th. He's under a bit of pressure from Manny come the end of this race. Ghost Realm, so he is out to come in the pits, then take on a little blob of fuel at the end, so he comes back out in 8th. One Apache 9th, man in 10th, Convicts in 11th, DJD 12th, and Magenta Fez in 13th. So Raoul losing a couple of tenths, but with 2 laps left, I don't think he's under any serious threat from P1 Don in 2nd. Still half a lap between them. Again, short laps, but Raoul is far too consistent to be making mistakes at this point in the race. So he comes across the line, then 17 seconds left on the clock. This will become last lap. Taking it a little bit easy, maybe. Gap coming down, 10.6. Yeah, Raoul's just coasting this last lap then. 2 drivers in front of him, stays out of the way of that fight. JPH and Ghost Realm. Looks like Ghost Realm's going to take that 7th position. Raoul takes the win though. Don is going to come home to take 2nd. So everyone else might have already finished. It's a good drive from Don, unfortunately not quite good enough. Reg GT then does get past GTR Evo in the end, takes that 3rd position. GTR Evo 4th, CJ does get 5th, Valium 6th. Ghost Realm 7th, JPH 8th, P1 Apache 9th, Manny in 10th, Convicts in 11th, DJD in 13th, 12th, and Magenta Fez in 13th. And yes, unfortunately, the Albanian version of Godzilla came out and took Dory out of that race. That's what happened there. Whatever Godzilla is in Albanian, it's probably Godzilla. Best of the rest, I like that. Nice one to CJ. 5th place, happy with that? Was it 5th? Yeah, you got 5th, didn't you? Really enjoyed that. Well done, everyone. Wheel done, everyone. Nice. Cheers, Anthony. Busier than normal tonight. Yep. I just kind of said what I saw, because who knows. Just 3/4 of the way through that one, it was like, yeah, it's looking pretty good for Raoul and Don. Yeah, but there was no way of telling. It was they were all over the place, and I wasn't paying attention to how long lap times and pit times and things like that. So you know why, people. You know why. Dory, no problem. But yeah, that's pretty much that one done and dusted. Round 3 of the Beatles. Don't forget tomorrow night. Again, I'm not sure if I'm streaming that one or whether someone else's comms in it or what. I'm not too sure. I'm in that many chats, I don't get to keep up with it all, to be perfectly honest. But yes, I'm racing tomorrow night. I'm sure it will be streamed somewhere. I'll put a post up on the Facebook page as soon as I know. But that's tomorrow night, starting at 8 o'clock through till whenever we get off. 4 different races plus whatever other chaos we come up with in the meantime. And that's tomorrow night. Then Sunday night we're back for the P1 boys again with their Super Formula League. No, I'm lying. Sunday night 8 o'clock, Tanso Racing Ford Focus League. That's the Creative Motorsport Ford Focus League. It's been some good racing in that one, some tight, clean, side-by-side action so far in the series. But then straight after that at 9 o'clock, so the Focus is at 8, at 9 o'clock, the Super Formulas from the P1 boys. So 2 races Sunday. And then nothing Monday, nothing Tuesday, nothing Wednesday, and then back for round 4 of the Beetle League on Thursday next week. Come and check it out, people. Don't forget, if you want to help support the channel, go check out buymeacoffee.com/darksmoka. I'll put a link in the description. Go and donate if you've got it. If you haven't, don't worry about it. It's all good. Sorry, my coffee was gurgling. Other than that, that's pretty much it. You know what's coming up. Tomorrow night, Chaos. Sunday night, Focuses and the Super Formulas. And then back next Thursday for this other than that, I hope you've liked what you watched. Give it a like, give it a subscribe, tell your mates, tell your mums, more importantly, tell your mums. My name's darksmoka, I'm out of here.